Well, I mean, I think the first thing that makes me who I am are the people who surround me. So, you know, how I was raised. My mother's from Japan. My father's from India. I was born in French Canada. You know, like I'm sure my sister told you. So it was kind of this confluence of cultures that we grew around, that was sort of filled with so many different energies. So, you know, the Indian culture is sort of vibrant and boisterous and in your face and very, you know, yeah, just very, very much like they want to know what's going on. Japanese culture is very much, you know, discipline and, you know, show respect and, you know, be loyal, like all the sort of like the samurai values, you know. And the Canadian side was very much sort of this mellow, you know, kind of go with the flow, go where the world takes you, travel, you know, that kind of mentality, that also inspired this sort of love of mine for travel and you know, curiosity about cultures around the world. So I think that certainly the how I, you know, sort of my genetics and where I was raised really shapes who I am. To start first, I think what makes me the most is that I'm a twin. You know, we've always been known as the twos, and we've always been seen as, you know, sort of, yeah, the twins, and I love that. It's not someone, I'm not someone who needs my own individuality. I love having my space crowded. I love snuggling and spooning, and I just like, I love being in the same room as 10,000 people. You know, I have no issues with privacy or space. And I think my sister, yeah, I think my sister and I, we are so similar in so many ways, except I probably have the more creative brain in a way, and she has more of the business brain. I mean, I have a business brain too, but I think that I focus my business activities in a creative manner. I think that really the underlying theme that what makes me who I am is really the circle, the friendships I surround myself with, the types of people I surround myself with. And I think that's 100% the, you know, sort of the why I love life and why I am how I am. I became an agent for TV directors. I was out of investment banking. After that, 9/11 happened. I was like, life's too short. I gotta do something that's, you know, that's more meaningful in my life. What can I do? And so long story short, I met this guy who was an agent for directors, and he was like, why don't you come and work with me? And so I was like, yes, my dream, I get to now be creative. And so that creative side really flourished while Miki was still investment banking for another 1.5 years. And then I got to really start my career in the film and television world, which I really love. So Super Sprowtz is, you know, it's a children's media company, so think Sesame Street for nutrition education. So our goal is to use media, the arts, story, music, characters, to teach kids about food. Now there really hasn't been a culturally relevant brand for kids talking about food. You know, childhood obesity, all-time craze, you know, high, and there's a big need in the world for nutrition education, and so we're filling that void. I mean, I think #1 lesson that I learned was that building the right team. You know, and I think I've made a lot of mistakes hiring folks who were wonderful and who had their hearts in the right places, but you really have to decide whether the spirit is there for that kind of risk. Because entrepreneurship is a risk, and it's not easy, and there is ups and downs. The highs are highs, the lows are lows. You have to be able to, you know, you have to really be able to weather those storms. And if you're sort of used to having box checks checked, or if you're a school teacher, for example, you're used to working in an institutional environment, then you really need to think very clearly about entrepreneurship, because it's a very self-motivated, it's a really one of those ass-kicking things where you have to wake up in the morning and say, why am I getting out of bed this morning? What is motivating me to pick myself out of bed and continue moving this company forward, continue building something that's nothing right now. And that's you know, that's the first thing is well, step one before the team is really be passionate about what you want to do. And I think people have all these money-making schemes, or people have these, you know, get-rich-quick ideas, or like, oh my gosh, you know, oh, what if I created this really cool product that can fill this void. Well, unless that product is something that you are so passionate about working on a daily basis for 5 years until the thing is successful, then you might want to reconsider whether this is the best approach for you. I think that's the first thing, is like every morning I wake up and I'm like, okay, I have a sense of purpose. I'm trying to get kids to eat vegetables. I'm building a business. I'm building a culture. So for me, it's easy with morning. I wake up afraid every morning, like every entrepreneur I know. There's no question. You wake up afraid. Am I going to fail? Am I going to, I'm heading into battle today, But so step one is be passionate about what you do. Step two is, once you know that this is exactly what you want to do, then you find the right team. On one hand, you want somebody who's going to be your yang to your yin. But on the other hand, you also want somebody who's holding your hand and you're looking at the world in the same way with a very similar vision. And I think that's a lot, is that you don't want to work with someone who doesn't share your vision exactly the same way that you do.